Hi everyone, welcome back to Ken's Lab. I have this AC/DC portable radio, Philco. My wife bought me this for Christmas, like a little stocking stuffer, if you will. And I opened it up a day or two after Christmas and never got back to it because sometimes other things are more important to work on. It's a model, I think it's kind of messed up, but it says 52 or 50 something. I think it's 52. It's 664. It's 1950s. It's all I know at this point. So yeah, it's kind of busted up. But here's this ferrite. It's heavy. It's a ferrite antenna, loop stick antenna, whatever you like to call it. And see, I even put numbers on the wires. These are the yeah. So I disassembled it and got to the rectifier and dismounted. Let's see, I took off one of the wires. Okay, I done a little touch up here under the bottom here. So what I did was that one with the 3.3 meg that was disconnected. The lead was too short to mount on it, so I put a new one in there. Cut out the old rectifier. Got this cover back on this here. I had to. There was another capacitor in there. This Bumblebee, and I mentioned that in my video, previous video, how these Bumblebees. Look at that. It's split. It's ready to crack. I mean, there's a split there. You can see it oozing out. Here's some of the crap that came out of it. It was split. That's a .047. So that's just under this box. So if you wanted to run it on battery, you take this and you plug the line cord into that. Okay. And then that would be battery. I did find out what was it, P67, wasn't it? Yeah, P67. That's the 67 stands for 67 volt to 67.5 volt battery. So I'm just going to clip this off. It's around here somewhere. It does not even need to be on there. And what else did I do? Oh, I had another tube in here. I couldn't figure out why. Well, you can see why this one is got a lot of air in it. It's leaky. Cracked or something got the air in there. It would not work. So I had that one in there. So I must have been thinking ahead at that time too. Yep. In order to do this, I'm going to have to take out some filters. I mean some paper capacitors in here, because you're not going to get in there. Where is that? That's the resistor. Right in there. You ain't going to get in there. You're going to have to lift these up to get in there to get to it. And there's something in here. I got to figure that out. There's something in here. I think it was important that they covered it up. Even though I'll find out here. Alright, I'm going to have a snippy snip. I'm tired of looking at this. You're gone. I'll snip them back off so the closer. And this brown one I don't need. All three of you. Adios. It's got insulation on these boxes. Here's that capacitor that I changed. That's where the Bumblebee was. Okay, you guys, you're out of here. Don't have to be. Just make sure I cut that one. Was there a red one? How about I check the color code? Yeah, red and yellow and brown. Just get it close. Doesn't have to be. And this brown one. Where are you at, you brown one? Alright, I get to cut that one right where it terminates. Maybe I can pull those tubes out. I could get in and get it. I'd rather have... That output tube could be bad too. I don't even know. I don't think I ever checked them. But I know that one tube was lost its vacuum. There we go. Great. So now they're all gone. Here's that white wire that I put on right here for the rectifier. Okay. This will have to stay. So I can put the cover back on, and that's all done. I did clean like the wafer switches before I put that on there. And it really didn't have to, but I did. But it stays down. Alright, well, I'll get the cover back on tomorrow. I'll start at the capacitors, filters. I got this can capacitor out of the Philco radio. This is dead. I mean, it's just nothing here. So I save these old cans for jobs like that, and this was the best one. I spread it open the top. I gotta get this back in there once I get it perfectly round. Ping this back over. Well, what I do, I put a drywall screw, an all-purpose screw. You need to go with the coarse thread. The fine threads just don't get it. And this is that one from Magnavox. I forgot what I got this out of. It was just a couple videos ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the water boiling. My wife gave me, she was throwing it out. An old pot. I don't know. So, 2/4 or whatever. Maybe 1/4, I don't know. She's going to throw it out and says, no, let me have it. And that's what I've been doing with this. So I'll put in, get the water boiling, put this in there. Take my things out. Then I'm going to pull it. It's a pull. Grab it here. And it'll pull right out all one piece. And I'll melt that. And pull it out of there. Then when I get this back perfectly round, I'll just ping it over. But I gotta have this back on here too. And then I got a through bolt because they had rivets in there that I had to drill out. This wire here, I hope you can see that. This flex resistor. It's supposed to be 120 ohm. I got 127.9. I don't know what these tolerances are of these flex. But that's what they had this spaghetti tube over. So I knew I'd find what that is. And I made a dot. Yeah, it's probably worn away. No, right there it is. Or on the chassis, then how it goes. Kind of line it up. And I just got to put in 3 of them, a 50, a 40, and a 10. And this one right here, this filter is only 25 volts at 50 microfarads. I looked on the internet for more information about this radio, and I found out this was made from 1951 through 54. And I saw a sales bulletin. 1953, this radio cost $44.95. Say $45. That's quite expensive, especially when back in '53 or so, you could buy a tabletop All American 5 or something for what, $10. So you paid a premium price for having it battery operated. And then I want to keep this because it's a spacer, you know. But do I want to go that way now? I'm thinking I'm going to go back and I could do this, but do I really want to? All I got to do is go get a pill bottle. Okay, change of plans for my filters. This pill bottle is way too tall. I thought it maybe work, you know, but so I dry fitted it inside the radio, everything in there the way it should go, and when you put the antenna on top, it's not going to work. Even this metal can that I was wanting to use, let's see, that would be that. It's a ½ an inch, and that would hit. Actually, a little higher because it'd be on that fiberboard, but at least a ½ an inch too tall. I mean, it's actually buttoned up against there. So what I did is I come up with this idea. It'll work. I got my insulated fiberboard because the filters were insulated for B-, okay? I mean, there's my B- terminal. So I glued this. This is actually styrofoam, but it's got a sheet of paper. It's pretty stiff, so I cut out a piece out of that, glued it down with regular all-purpose glue, and first let that sit. Then I took my and I made my holes in it, ran my capacitors through it, then hot glued these capacitors. They're real sturdy. There's my, so what I'm going to do, next plan, is the one that's mostly got, I don't know, I think 7 wires or something for the B-. I can always put one of these on here and put it on the end one and glue it, solder it down, okay? And that will give me a lot of terminal space. And if I have to, I've got some. That's what was that? 8. Oh, that was number 10. Or is it? No, that was, what was that? Yeah, number 8. So I could put some, probably even some 4s if I had to, for a couple of these that had more than 1 wire on them. That's an option. Alright, I'm going to put this on capacitors, and I'm just going to show you. This should pick up that. Here, we're going to put it on negative here. And we're going to put it on, say that one. That's the 10 ohm. It's 11 ohm. Should be 40. That's 45. And then this one on the bottom should be 50, 51, okay? Really? Let me see. Yeah, 51 microfarad, okay. Now, this one, back it out a little bit. This is what I took out of there. The can is that one I could put on there. In fact, one of them even did that. Alright, this one. Nothing, it's opened. See which one that is. That's the 10. This is the 40. 0, nothing. And this is the 50. Nothing, okay? That one was dead. And the same thing for that other 50 down on the bottom of the separate one. It's dead too. So yeah, had no e-caps. I've got this little portable Philco complete, I think. Hopefully done right. I don't know. I shotgunned it. Here's my capacitors that I put in there. That's for the antenna. So I cut the wires off. I took this box off and I cut the wires off on the inside for the battery. It ain't going to take, 2 D cells at 67.5 volt. Dry cell, you're not going to get it. So, yeah, so there's the capacitors. I'm going to put probably some liquid tape around this. And that's it for that. Then the bottom, see if I can lay it this way. Bring it in a little bit closer. So there was, I think, total 6 capacitors. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 5. That's that E-cap. What was that? 50 microfarad, 25 volts. I put 50/50 in there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the one on the top, that bumblebee that was in that little cap for the switch for AC DC. I changed half a dozen resistors that were out of tolerance. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is for the rectifier. I have not hooked that up yet because I got to check the voltage, because we know we're going to have a dropping resistor. Got a lot more room now. But yeah, so I put also put a couple of lugs for the B minus. I could have got away with one, but the way the wires were and situated, I thought, well, it kind of worked out great. 50 here, 40, and the 10 back over here. And I got spaghetti tubing around them so they'll never touch. It's this one, orange one. Going that way, and this one over here. I wonder if I can get that to bend over so I don't touch nothing. Yeah, it looks okay. Get this way out of my way. The antenna. Let's turn it around. Well, yeah, we can turn it around. Just watch my rectifiers. My diode. Okay. take a second, guys, so bear with me. I can take a excuse me. We had the power go on us yesterday at 5 o'clock, 5:30, I think. Didn't get it back on till 2:30 today. I hate when that happens, but at least I had that solar panel. I was able to operate my couple of lights, one here upstairs and one downstairs, and then what else? The refrigerator, of course. It's a big refrigerator too. It's not a double door type of thing. And I need one more. Where's that gonna go? This one. So I'd run it for 4 hours, and then I cut it off for 4 hours because there wasn't no sunlight. But it did good. I probably could have left it on for longer than that, but this one here I think is for outside antenna, or an external antenna I should say, not outside. Yellow. Where's that going? I'm gonna put that right here. Alright, it should work. Hopefully, if I did everything right. Tester. It's all good. I hear a hum. Static. That's a good sign. I got it, what, a 900 I used to have it set at, so let's turn this.
Diplomatic
There it is.
in this place for 3 years. Couldn't you call me by my first name?
That's all the way down.
Idea with the drums going.
There it is.
Well, I'm for free. You can't get me a nerve.
So you feel it too, eh?
Sure, but him with a meat for
Now I gotta turn it over, measure the, let it warm up, let it warm. This is all the way down and I'm getting it.
You can be sure of it.
Well, it's
The
working.
Germans give him trade gin and a grand piano.
Now we want to check
Italians give
voltages.
him 3 new wives for his
How am I going to do that?
What do we give him? I have no instructions
Very
in London
carefully.
about the situation in the
Everything
island. No.
hanging here.
Somebody in Whitehall probably forgot to post. For the last time, Mr. Harris, I will not hear His Majesty's government criticized like that.
Alright, pin 3 is, alright, pin 2 is 90 volts. And 3 is 95. Hey, remember to turn it on. Okay. And I think it's got to be measured by the B minus. I'm sure it is. It's 1, 2. Okay, now the B minus. There. Say 1, 2. 96 volts, and I should be having 90. So 96 volts high. And 3, I should have, what, 95 I said? Yeah. 3. 1, 2, and 3. 99. 4 volts high there. 6 volts high there. That's the plate. And what is 3? That's the screen grid. So yeah, I've got to bring it down at least 4 or 5 volts anyway. Maybe 6. So I gotta find a drop-in resistor. I put that Philco back in there for a simple reason. It has to do with the spike in the, I believe that's what that's for, and the heaters. And the one that I had in there, what did I do with it? It's right here. This is a 2-watt Philco, and it's under 10%, and it's a 20% Philco. But this one I put in there, it's a 2-watt, same wattage, but And actually, it's one of them metal oxides. And you can see it. It's already turned color. It still read 119.6 or something ohms. It's still good. It's in tolerance. What am I doing here? I got this wrong. I gotta put this resistor on here and then get another jumper. I'm gonna put a 20 ohm in there. See if I can get that. That's I don't know what wattage that is. It's a 25 watt at 20 ohms. So that's more than sufficient. So we'll take that one and put this one. We'll run out of jumpers. And we'll put this one over. What did I do? Yeah, I'm okay. Right there. And I'm going to increase that voltage higher than 115 because we know that in reality your household current is going to be 120. And like in mine right now, let's see, it's 123. And I don't hear the heater going. Usually it's like 124 though. We set this voltage. Now I just heard the heater cut on, so we're down to 120. Okay. 114, and see, that's not good enough. I want to give it 120. And that's being not very liberal with that. Alright. Turn it on. Watch the DBT. That goes really fast. Wait a minute. Yeah, pin 2 and 3. It's B minus again. Pin 2 and 3. Here's 2. It ain't 2. Come on, Kenneth, look at it. 1, 2. Right here's 2. 93, and that says 90. And then pin 3 is, God bless it, Kenneth, 95. 95.6. I could buy that one. That's that, see, contrast the screen grid. And the plate is 90, and I got 92. Now you remember I got it at 120 volts. I think 10% of 90 would be 9. So I think we're in the ballpark. I think that it's acceptable. I don't know if it. Okay, that's all I can do before it's going in this case now. The rectifier's in, and I put liquid tape on the ends in case somebody would get here and touch that with the chassis. And also, let me get a little light on this thing. The filters, the B minus, is all liquid taped up. So, yeah. And then I got the did a little bit on the bottom with some liquid tape, areas that are close together, but yeah, there's the rectifier on the terminal board, away from the dial cord, the wire. Okay, I got the radio back in its case. This thing's really putting out. It's volume control. It's all the way down, and I can hear it. It's tracking pretty good with the pointer. I got it at 900, and it's in between the 80 and 100, or 800 to 1,000 kilohertz. So it's tracking pretty good all the way up on the scale.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your ticket for the old haunted meal, where ghosts will walk and corpses.
So It's heavy. I tell you what, you ain't gonna buy a. I need to clean it up some on the outside, but there's a chip right here and a chip here. That's what I got it. This one. My wife got it. Gave it to me. It's a gift. And I don't know about this one. Perhaps that was chip too. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. You ain't gonna buy an AM, well, yeah, even AM and FM radio. Being that heavy. Okay, so earphone, headphone works. Pick it up on both left and right ears, so we'll call it a headphone, even though it's mono. And we'll take. Let's just see what I did. Final. This is where the D cells would go in. I think this is for a external antenna. But I got it all in there, and that's what I showed you how I, you know, you can touch the chassis in it. Rectifier. You're not going to get it because I got the liquid tape on that, and you got it on the B minus side on the capacitor, so everything is. This thing cuts on instantly. At one snap, make sure my cord is in the right area. I think that's it. Yeah, that one snap seems to hold it pretty good.
Look, I'm going to have company when I get off. A waxed dead man on a pile of straw. I hope I can sit.
So that's all done. I think it works pretty good. All electrically restored.
You understand? What conditions? First of all, you'll never mention this matter to anyone.
So, I hope you found it interesting, and thanks for watching.